Hello everyone, I am a little bit late, but I am here finally after forever. And we are gonna play with this. And I'm gonna bring this up on my iPad and we're gonna go pretty quick because, oh, I just saw a picture of my puppy when she was little. Because Puppy is in her crate so that I can do this. And yeah, I am adjusting to being a pet owner. Hello, Casey. And Puppy, well, you know what? She's not allowed downstairs yet. So that's what's what. Okay, celebrate. I gotta find those dies. Maybe that's not what they're called. What are the sunflower dies called? I should know this. Casey, you probably know. What are the sunflower dies called? They're called the sunflower dies. How about that, folks? Oh my goodness. So that's under S in my alphabetizing. Okay, guys, we are going to, I think the lighting is okay, we're going to make this fun fold. So I learned this card at a team meeting, and it's super fun. It's a great way to use up patterned paper if you are like me and you have more than you need and it's about to retire, which doesn't matter if you're not me, but I can't really use it in my business after it retires. So I have already done a little bit of prep, not as much as I had wanted to, but I have done some. I am choosing to work with the in colors that, alphabetical, yes, that are retiring. So I've got Bumblebee, I've got Misty Moonlight. Both of these colors you will not be able to get come May. And 100% I tell you, if you don't already own the paper, the ink, the re-inker, the marker, the blends, whatever it is, once they go onto the last chance list in April, they will sell out in no time. So if you have the ink, get the re-inker. If you love the color, get the papers. If you want ribbon or embellishments or whatever, like, don't be shy. You're gonna wanna get that stuff, okay? Left, swipe, left, okay. This little piece of DSP, it is retired. This is Bumblebee, but it was last year's pattern. But you know what? I'm using it, so just bear with me. Okay, so this piece of cardstock is it's like half a card. So it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. All right, 4 1/4, 5 1/2. This piece here is 3 1/2 by 7, scored at 3 1/2. And then I have another one of those that is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. So all in the same color. And then I've got 2 pieces of basic white and a piece of DSP that coordinates but is subtle, that are 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Okay, and those are gonna layer in those pieces. This piece of DSP is 5 1/4 by 11. Okay, and now we're gonna do a bunch of scoring, and I didn't write it down, so I'm going to have to be creative and measure it on this card right here. So we are scoring at, looks like 1 3/4. So 1 3/4. Make sure you're scoring, not cutting. 1 3. Oh geez. But also remembering that with DSP, you barely have to press. So just don't go crazy. So 1 3/4, and then the next one is going to be double that. So what's that gonna be? 3 1/2. So 1 3/4, 3 1/2, lightly, just lightly on your DSP. 3 1/2, and then 5 1/4 and 7. 5 1/4 and 7. I will type these measurements in the comments. Okay. So now we're just going to fold those in. Oh, I did rip it a little. We're gonna fold those in on themselves. It's not gonna change the card, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay, I had my bone folder here. So just learn from me, be very careful with your DSP when you are scoring it. And I knew that, and I just pressed too hard. Okay, you know what? It maybe is gonna ruin the card. Well, we're gonna attach something to it. Let's see, I'm just seeing if I need to cut a new piece of DSP. So if I do this, no, we're gonna be okay. Okay, so you've got this beautiful accordion, not ripped like mine. And we are gonna go ahead and mount it on here. So whatever adhesive you like. I see I've got some followers, some people watching, so that's good. Happy Thursday. So I'm gonna use my seal, and it's only on this big piece that you are doing this. Okay, and then fold your other guys up, and then center this. Whoops. Centering, centering. Okay, and sticking that down. Okay, so this is fun, I'm telling you, this is fun. Okay, this one here, we are going to, I'd love to see you guys say hi because I see that I've got people watching. We are going to put basic white on one side, and we are going to put our DSP on the other side. But before I do that, I want to stamp just in case I mess up so I can turn it over. So I am using the blue and yellow for the Ukraine, also the retiring in colors, and we're going to play with the sunflowers. So there's a couple of reasons we're doing that. One, the sunflower is the flower of the Ukraine. Two, this has been rebundled and is on sale right now because the mini is on sale, and these dies fit in the mini. And I love the sunflowers. So honestly, I hope they don't retire because I will be devastated. Okay, let's get out a block. And we're gonna do this little guy right now. And I'm gonna do like I did before because I really liked it. So we're just going to stamp a little bit of the sunflower up in the corner. So in this DSP, we have Cajun Craze, we have Bumblebee, we have Misty Moonlight, and we have, I wanna say Mossy Meadow. Yes, Mossy Meadow. Look at me go, and some Old Olive. So I am going to, I'm gonna do this in Bumblebee. So I'm just gonna stamp up, all of the sunflower, none of the leaves. And then I'm not actually gonna have it mostly all in here anyway. Just like that. So that's gonna go in that corner. And then we're gonna do the same on this one in the opposite corner. Oh my God, you guys. If you don't own this bundle, it's so gorgeous. I don't think it will retire because I feel like it's really popular, but you never know. Sometimes Stampin' Up! Retires some of the things that seem to be the prettiest. Or, you know, I guess they're the ones that I like. Okay, so that piece is done. So let's just put this all together. And like we could be done already, but we're not going to be because we're gonna do some fun things. So now I'm actually gonna get out my Tombow. So I want the subtle side of this pattern. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue around there. Hello, Janet D. And then put this down. So centered. Okay, and then I want this one like that. So now I'm gonna go back to my seal. I don't love the white glue on white paper. I think it's more because I just don't love how I apply it, but. And then we're gonna put that on there like this. Okay. Where's my other yellow piece? Oh, here it is. Okay, and this one we're gonna do like this. And then we're gonna do some more stamping, some die cutting, some coloring, and we're gonna call it a day. And then I'm gonna let my pup out of the crate. My guess is the pup will be asleep by then. Okay. This is important that you pay attention. So this piece is going to go on here, comme ça. So you want to center it, and then we have to be careful how we adhere it. So I'm going to hold it right there, okay? And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So because I can see where this is, I'm going to put adhesive down like that. Then, again, whichever adhesive you want, I'm going to put adhesive over here. Okay, and then we are going to close that, making sure it's straight. All right. Now we're going to do this the other way. What's going on here? And adhere it over here. Okay, so same deal. I'm going to put adhesive here, and then I'm going to put adhesive here. All right, and then we are going to close that up. Okay, so voila. See, so we've got our fun fold here. Looks very nice for whoever you decide to give it to. So you could write here, but what we're going to do is put this piece over here. So now you have two spots where you could write. Now, this is where we're gonna do a fun trick. So I just learned this trick again with this card in our team meeting from someone that I stamp with, Leah. So we're gonna put, so this is a folded Post-it note with sticky on both sides, so that it's going to stick to here, and it's also going to stick to here. So I'm gonna make sure I have this how I want it. This is how I want it, and I'm going to fold them over and line them up, and they're gonna stick together with the Post-it note. Now what I'm gonna do is put adhesive on the back of here, and this is going to ensure us that all of our pieces line up. This is magic, folks, magic. Okay, so now I'm just gonna fold it over. I'm gonna open it up, voila. Save my Post-it note for another time. I noticed that this is slightly crooked, so I'm just going to tweak it because I can't have it be crooked. There we go. But it's gonna still line up, okay? So that is essentially your card. And then obviously when you put it in an envelope, it stays flat. Or, you know, you could put a book on it, right? So we've done this. Okay, now what we're going to do, we are going to, I wanted to die cut this big guy, but now I'm thinking that might be a bit ridiculous. Let's look at the dies. Let's cover up the glue. Whoa. I don't know, does anyone else do this? So you can see where I have done die cuts that I haven't used. and they've all come flying out. We could just do, no, I wanted to do both. Okay, so we're gonna stamp, oh, I guess we don't need this actually. Okay. Okay, bear with me. Get a big stamp. And you know what? We're actually gonna do this just for fun because I wanna kind of do a quick watercolor wash. We're gonna do this on some shimmery white. We could also do it on watercolor, but you know what? This is here. It'll be nice because it's gonna shimmer. I'm just gonna cut a piece already so that we can put it through the mini. Okay. All right, so I'm going to stamp in Memento. Just finding it, sorry. Because we want to, oh yes, Johnny, it is addictive, and yes, everyone's been making that, right? Really, I have so much DSP that I want to use before, you know, it retires. I always need cards. Never as many cards as I think I need. And then I never have the card I need when I need it. Okay. So now what I am going to do, I'm going to take my Bumblebee, squeeze it so I've got some ink there. And get my aqua painters, not my water painters is what they're called now. I'll get this one. I want the medium one. All right. Squeeze a little water in here. I find, I don't know about anyone else, I sometimes feel like it doesn't come out. I don't know if that's just me though. Anyway. What have I done here? I've tightened this so hard I can't. Okay. I want to use that tip, but like I said, it's not, the water's not coming out. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, hi Teddy. I'm just getting like a nice light wash of the Bumblebee. All right, and I'm just gonna kind of wash it on here. I don't want it everywhere. So there is no blend for the Bumblebee, and there's a marker, but there's no pencil crayon. Okay, so I'm happy with that. And then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Hopefully it's going to work. So now, because like I said, this paper is Cajun Craze and Bumblebee. So I am now going to take my Cajun Craze watercolor marker, or not watercolor marker, watercolor pencil. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Okay, so I'm going to take this Cajun Craze now. And just sort of come in here. And so I love this stamp set because it kind of gives you some natural lines to kind of know where you want to actually apply your darker color. Oh, I do love this big sunflower. It's so fun. You can, you know, I've done it in shades of pink. I've done it, of course, in the obvious sort of shades of yellows and oranges. I've seen it in so many things. When it came out, like, it was like ridiculously popular, right? It was everywhere. You saw it everywhere. And it's one of those ones that's so gorgeous. And with this big image and the die, you know, it can quickly make a card for you. And if you like to color, it's just fun. So I'm just taking the Cajun Craze and I'm just going everywhere that it's dark. And then what I'm actually planning to do is take my blender pen and kind of move it around. So hopefully that's gonna look good. Put some in here too. Okay, let's see what happens. See what happens, girls. I don't know, do you guys know? Once a blender pen dries out, can you kind of like add more water to it? Okay, so see, now I'm just kind of coming in here. Draw that color in. This is why I left a bunch of white space, in case you were wondering, why did she leave all that white space? Because I knew that when we blended this, I was going to be able to draw the color into the white space. Also, it is actually quite nice to leave some white space. If you see some of the like really very artistic demos, if you're on Instagram or Pinterest or whatever, they're very good about leaving some white space. Okay, so that is the Cajun Craze blended in. Now, I actually would like a little bit more of the yellow. So I'm gonna just do a tiny bit more of the Bumblebee. The other thing you can do is pour some re-inker into your the cover here, as opposed to trying to like squeeze the bajillions out of your stamp pad. Oh, there we go though. Now we're talking. Okay, now we've got some. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but I am loving the richness that we are getting now with that Cajun craze in there and with us darkening up the bumblebee. And remember, we can do this because I'm using the shimmery white, or if you were using the watercolor. You do this on normal paper, it's gonna start pilling, it's not gonna work. All right, look at that, boom, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, I need to take like a class on how to work with these water painters. I'm not very good. And there's some people that are amazing. My good friend Chandra, she's like, makes it look so easy. The other person who makes it look ridiculously easy is the Coastal Crafter. Emma Goddard, crazy. Okay, so now let's cut this out. Get this over here. We might use this, only because we have it. We'll see what we end up using. Okay, where are my plates? Oh my goodness. I've been doing so much crafting everywhere. Oh, here we go. They were just hiding. Okay. I'm going to, this one's actually pretty easy to line up. You can kind of see these ones that are all pointy, and then you just gotta find their mate. And then boom. Okay, I'm going to put some washi tape across there because I do not want this to move. We just spent all this time coloring it. And the last thing I need is for it not to cut out nicely. Oh. That would sadden me. So I'm going to do that so the die does not move. Okay. Stick it on here and roll it through our mini. Okay. Bring it back. Pop it out. Very careful where the tape is. Voila. It's a very good trick, folks. Okay, there we go. There's our sunflower. So I wanted to put it here. We have to keep in mind we still need this to fit inside of an envelope. So just, you can, sorry, I'm kind of stepped away. You're probably like, I can't hear you. Your card, your envelope is slightly bigger than your card, but not crazy. So we have to, you know, consider we can't go that much over and still have it fit, but that's okay. So we can put it on there like this, and then we need a greeting. So the stamp set itself has thanks a bunch, let's celebrate you, congratulations on reaching a whole new level of wonderful, and know that you are loved. So let me think about cards that I actually need. And I think I might go with the let's celebrate you. And then we can do it and just kind of fussy cut it and put it across here. So that's gonna look really nice. And I think what I'm going to do is, we're going to, I'm trying to just decide, stamp it. We could stamp it in the blue on white. I know this isn't really like, I don't know, we're not celebrating the situation in the Ukraine, so it's not really the perfect greeting for that, but I just wanted to kind of do the colors and the sunflower, but I still need, at the end of the day, to have a card that I can actually use to give to someone. And Let's Celebrate You can definitely be used for someone's birthday. So I am going to stamp in our Misty Moonlight. I'm going to put it on an angle because I know I'm going to fussy cut it. I'm going to find my scissors because, like I said, I've been crafting everywhere. Okay. So we're just going to go straight down from the L. We're going to go straight across. And we're not going to get too detailed on the bottom of our letters. We're going to do a bit more detail on the top. The other thing is we can always go back and do more. But once we've done more, we can't take it back. Oh, feels nice to be on here again, you guys. I've missed doing this. We just need to figure out a way to bring Pup down here. It's not puppy proof down here. We have the gym, we have my craft space. We have like a second rec room. We have like a little playpen, not playpen, but you know, a area thing, a gate, a fence, a thing to make a pen. We just haven't tried it yet and we don't know how big it is. And if we put it up down here, can we move it out of the way to work out, etc. Also, I'm not sure how well she would she would sit. But yeah, so I'm missing a lot of my crafting time because I'm either playing with Puppy, walking Puppy, or worried that I can't leave Puppy unattended even though she's napping. So, like I said, she is currently in her crate, which she's very good about. And she goes in 2 days a week when everyone's at work and at school, so, you know, we need to have her in there anyway. Okay. So we're going to do that, and we're going to put this. So this is going to be on dimensionals for sure. Oh, and I just had some minis. Even sometimes with the minis, you have to cut them. They're too wide, so I'm going to see. It might be just perfect. Yep. Just works. So I'm still going to try to put them in the sort of fatter parts of the... And this one I might cut in half. More because I want to spread it out. Don't be afraid to cut them in half. I used to only cut them in half because I was frugal. I wanted to make them last longer. Okay. So that's gonna go there. That's gonna come across here. So what I'm gonna do for starters is attach it to the sunflower. Then I'm gonna decide if I also want to add dimensionals on the sunflower. I feel like that will be too puffy though. And this card already has a lot of puff because we've got all these layers, right, of DSP. Just let's see. Let's have a little gander. How thick it is to go into our envelope. Yeah. I think it would look pretty popped up, but we're not going to because I want to be able to fit it in an envelope and not worry that it's actually going to cost me more postage or get returned because I didn't put enough postage. Okay, so very pretty, right, you guys? So let's celebrate you. And then you've got the spots inside to write. And I know you girls have seen this fold before. Yes, it is a great way to use DSP. And we could probably use, I was wondering about a little bit of ribbon. There's this Bumblebee gingham, right? I feel like this is still in the current catalog, about to retire. Or do I just still have, oh, yep. So we could put a little bit of ribbon, maybe. I don't know. I feel like I should have put that on before. Let's see. We can be creative because we're using the dimensionals. This is my newest fave little ribbon fold. We'll see. We'll tuck it under there. See if we like it. You know what? I kind of do. All right. Then I'm just going to cut the edge. Okay. Oh, I'm seeing some hearts and aw, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think it needs some bling though. Don't you guys think it needs some bling? But I think just something simple. Some rhinestones or else some pearls. What would you guys do? Rhinestones or pearls? Or I guess we could use some of those. Oh, I'm seeing lots of hearts. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I might actually use these, the Elegant Faceted Gems. I used these, yeah, I'm gonna use these in a class, and they are, because see, we've got this pretty sort of shimmery white. This might be one of these kind of cards though where, so hang tight. You're probably like, what? I do this all the time, right? You know that if you watch me. I move around. So I'm actually gonna do this. Love those gems, yes. Metallic dots, yeah, that would have looked nice too. This might actually just be a card for two. I know we're all about the odd. Well, if you grew up like I did with Ange, North Shore Stamper, but I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay, we're done. Fancy fold, sunflowers, so mini cut and emboss, fancy fold, DSP that's going to retire, in colors that are going to retire, colors of the Ukraine, sunflower. We got it all, folks. We got it all. Thank you for joining me. For those of you who watch this in a replay, thank you so very much. And yeah, I will put up those dimensions for the fold, and hopefully I will find a way to balance and get back on here more often. All right, have a great Thursday. Bye.